Who's the bravest football player you know? And what about the fastest? The strongest? The most enduring? The one with the highest jump or the most powerful shot? Yeah, you get our point. There are ordinary footballers, but there are also some freaks of nature, some superhumans who have etched themselves into the annals of the game with some incredible and unique plays. Let's find out who they are. The first Avenger on our list, we can't start with anyone other than the former Barcelona captain Carles Puyol. Literally one of the bravest, most passionate and classy players out there. Simply a joy to watch. And when it comes to his finest moments, chest clearance against Lokomotiv Moscow in the 2002-03 Champions League season should be mentioned. With the Barcelona defence caught off guard and the ball heading for the back of the net, Puyol seemed to defy physics. Sprinting back at full speed with the goalkeeper off his line, Carlos swept at one side, anticipating exactly where the opposing striker would place his shot. It was a heroic act of commitment and defensive mastery that demonstrated Puyol's unparalleled passion and sacrifice for the team. Undoubtedly one of the best defensive clearances we've ever seen. Next up, when we talk about superhuman moments, we can't ignore the Flying Dutchman himself. But, wait a minute, which one? Well, let's talk about both, starting with Robin Van Persie. The former Arsenal and Man United striker is destined to be included in such a list with the name Robin. During the 2014 World Cup, the Netherlands and Spain met in a rematch of the 2010 final. The Spaniards were 1-0 up, but Van Persie pulled one back just before the first half whistle. But who was his Batman in this situation? Well, it was certainly left-back Daley Blind, who provided one of the most iconic assists in World Cup history. A fantastic cross and even more fantastic finish from Van Persie, who left Casillas watching from the front row as the ball gloriously found its way into the net. Now, before we go any further, just a quick reminder for you to subscribe to the channel. Our YouTube metrics show that many of you are watching our videos without subscribing. We would love it if you'd click on this bell notification button to motivate us to create more content like this. And of course, thank you very much. Yes, Van Persie was a brilliant player, but he doesn't even come close to the best Dutch striker of all time. Winner of 3 Ballon d'Ors, Marco van Basten. We all know his volley against the Soviet Union in the final of the Euro 1988, which was, well, football's version of lightning in a bottle. Positioned at an almost impossible angle on the right-hand side of the box, Van Basten watched as Arnold Muren's looping cross sailed over him. Without hesitation, he struck the ball with his right foot and it found the side netting in the far corner. The power, the precision, and above all, the audacity of that shot spoke volumes about Van Basten's talent and determination to become one of the greatest. But then again, just as Van Basten's volley defied belief, Sadio Mane's hat-trick against Aston Villa in 2015 rewrote the script on footballing miracles. In a blistering 2 minutes and 56 seconds, Mane scored 3 goals for Southampton to set a Premier League record. The first was all his own doing. He battled for the ball, beat the keeper and scored into an empty net. The second, again, an empty net after a terrible mistake by the opposition defence. And the third, a quick, precise run into the box and a fantastic shot inside the near post. It was undoubtedly one of the most memorable moments in Premier League history. Mane's record is unbelievable, but you know what's even more fascinating? Lewandowski's 5-goal blitz in 9 minutes against Wolfsburg in 2015. Coming off the bench for Bayern Munich in the second half, he unleashed a breathtaking display that cemented his status as one of the best in the business. In the space of just 500 seconds, Lewandowski struck 5 times, each more incredible than the last. The first was a poacher's finish, followed by a clinical drive from distance. Then came a sublime hat-trick after a series of rebounds, then a thunderous volley for the fourth, and finally the icing on the cake, an acrobatic bicycle kick to seal his masterpiece. Absolute goosebumps. Do you know who's next in line? Of course, the 2 GOATs. Needless to say, they're both superhumans when it comes to showing off their skills on the pitch. First, Messi in 2007. At the age of just 19, Messi demonstrated his incredible control and feel for the ball by scoring one of the most iconic goals in football history. In a Copa del Rey match against Getafe, he picked up the ball near the halfway line and set off on a dazzling run, weaving between defenders with sublime control and pace. Echoing Maradona's famous goal at the 1986 World Cup, Messi glided past 4 defenders, leaving them chasing his shadow. Once inside the penalty area, he rounded the goalkeeper with a soft touch before slotting the ball into the net. On the other hand, his greatest rival over all the years was CR7, who's also had his moments of magic, and one of them is certainly that fabulous leap against Man United in 2012, a move that defied gravity. A delivery from the left saw Ronaldo jump into the air and hang effortlessly for what seemed like an eternity. He leapt 2.93 meters above Patrice Evra, with Cristiano's knees at the height of his head. With perfect synchronicity and power, he slid the ball into De Gea's net, leaving the Santiago Bernabeu stunned. It remains the highest leap in football history, a feat even Olympic pole vaulter Armando Duplantis would have been proud of. The physics with an extraordinary free kick in 1997. Just as Ronaldo redefined the power of the air, legendary Brazilian left-back Roberto Carlos shattered the laws of physics with an extraordinary free kick in 1997. Playing against France in a friendly tournament, Carlos lined up from 35 yards out. He unleashed a thunderous left-footed strike that magically skirted the wall, curved outwards and ricocheted into the net off the right-hand post. A superb strike that left goalkeeper Fabian Barthez helpless. We've seen plenty of thunderous shots from Carlos in his career, but this is certainly the most memorable. Marvels? Superhumans? Both? Of course Zlatan has a place in such a list, and why shouldn't he, when his role is arguably the most unique ability, something we'll probably never see in our lifetime. In a fierce friendly against England in 2012, the goalkeeper, Joe Hart, rushed out of his penalty box to ineffectively clear the ball, which only invited Zlatan to try one of the most incredible pieces of football magic we've ever seen. The Swede leapt into the air and unleashed a stunning acrobatic volley from 30 yards out. The ball arched beautifully over the helpless defenders and the stranded goalkeeper to nestle into the net. Remember how we said Duplantis would be proud of Ronaldo? Well, this Zlatan kick also involved a fascinating leap into the air, so the same goes for his compatriot as well. So far, we've talked about high leaps, solo goals and long strikes, but we haven't mentioned one of the fastest players in football right now. That would have to be Real Madrid's new superstar, Kylian Mbappe. And when it comes to his best ever sprint, well, he did it in his first major international tournament with France, the 2018 World Cup. And this particular play by the then 19-year-old Kylian came in the round of 16 against Argentina. Picking up the ball in his own half, Mbappe took off at a lightning speed, leaving the opposition defenders in his wake. At a speed of over 37 kilometers an hour, he covered half the pitch in less than 7 seconds before being brought down in the penalty area. The run not only earned France a penalty, but also showed why they have the potential to win it all. And in the end, they not only won the game, but also lifted the trophy. Talking about the next one, just as Mbappe's speed confused Argentina, Hulk's thunderous strike against Benfica in 2012 demonstrated immense power. From a near impossible angle on the right wing, Hulk, then playing for arch rivals Porto, unleashed a left-footed rocket that left the goalkeeper sprawling in the air with no chance of stopping it. The ball crashed into the net with explosive force, a reminder of Hulk's raw power and precision. Various videos on social media suggest that the strike was slower than Roberto Carlos' free kick, 67 miles an hour for Hulk's effort, compared to 84 miles an hour for his compatriot. Bear in mind that Hulk's shot was on the move, whereas Carlos' effort was from a dead ball situation. You may have noticed that we haven't mentioned any goalkeepers yet, but they deserve their due as well. And the craziest of them all is probably Rogério Ceni. The Brazilian goalkeeper has been nothing short of spectacular throughout his career, completely redefining the definition of a keeper. Over the course of his career, he became the most prolific goal-scoring goalie in history, scoring an incredible 131 goals, the majority from free kicks and penalties, a record that no goalkeeper has ever come close to matching. His precision, confidence and skill with the ball made him Sao Paulo's secret weapon. And his legacy goes far beyond clean sheets. It's about turning the goalkeeping position into an art form. And to be honest, he definitely learned a thing or two from Rivaldo, arguably the greatest Sao Paulo attacking legend to have crossed Ceni's path during his career. And last but not least, one of the best centre-backs in modern football with one of the best and most memorable defensive recoveries, Virgil van Dijk. It was a 2019 Champions League semi-final between Barcelona and Liverpool, and the Catalans were already 2-0 up on the scoreline when they counter-attacked from a Liverpool corner. Barca were already on the move as Van Dijk sprinted to regain his position and stop their attack. And, well, he did, setting the fastest sprinting pace of the entire 2018-19 Champions League season and outpacing the likes of Leroy Sané, Kyle Walker and Gareth Bale. Yes, as you saw, football is a game of passion, but it also brings a lot of magic to the fans. Which of these superhuman cases do you think will never be surpassed in football from now on? Share your unique thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like if you enjoyed that one. Or why not just click on one of the latest uploads you see on your screen right now.